Aliana, as you can imagine, social distancing is very difficult in a prison setting, and tensions are running very high at places like Monroe, where you have 11 people, inmates and staff, infected with COVID. But like the disease, worry now is spreading to other prisons too.
It's a matter of time before somebody that's asymptomatic comes in there and spreads the virus.
And this is a big reason why Christopher is so worried. His wife, Jennifer, is serving time for identity theft at Washington Correction Center for Women. She came in pregnant and gave birth to a little girl, Bella, who lives there with her in the residential parenting program.
She's got 80 something days left, and for something to happen to her and the baby, or, you know, and she's powerless. She just feels powerless because there's nothing she can do, It's just scary.
Well, she's been there nearly 2 years now. She's targeted for early release in July. Christopher says they've already done the home check where he lives with their 3-year-old daughter, Aurora. Now, women in the program are asked to social distance as much as possible. That's according to the Department of Corrections. They tell me they're also asked to disinfect all of the common spaces like the kitchens where they cook for their families. But now those families calling on Department of Corrections to let them leave early. Aliana?
Well, Simone, the state is considering releasing some people, but do we know exactly who, what kind of offenders?
Well, the governor says he's still a few days away from hammering out all of those details. Here is what he could tell me today.
Generally, we're looking at nonviolent offenders who are nearing their appropriate release date, who, because of age or health conditions, have a higher risk of potentially contracting the disease and having a fatal result.
Well, nonviolent or not, I know some people do have concerns about the idea of releasing people early into the communities. Other states have already done this. We've seen it happen in Kentucky, in Ohio, in some other states. I asked the Justice Action Network what happens in early release and whether there's any kind of oversight for something like this.
There will be restrictions on them. They're not just going to be sent out the front door with a bus ticket, right? So I think that worrying that these folks will not be supervised, that they will be allowed to, live their lives just like anyone else is probably very unlikely. And so I think it's important just to consider that, A, there will be consequences, and B, these people have served some sort of time already. And we've seen in jurisdictions, again, like Kentucky, where we've let folks out, they haven't reoffended. The programs in the correctional facilities have been helpful.
Well, lessening the prison population in our state would give those complexes more room to be able to give appropriate social distancing, especially for those vulnerable inmates who absolutely couldn't be released because of any violent past or because they're still there serving their sentence. Aliana, I'll tell you, we checked with the Department of Corrections tonight. They say the Monroe Correctional Complex tonight is calm. Back to you.